Hey guys, welcome back to my horror channel and welcome to Halloween month special. Yes, it is October the 1st, which means it is officially the start of Halloween, and as a treat for all of you guys, I am going to be releasing a horror movie review every day of October. Everything from old school classics to some more modern takes, and on top of that, I will be posting a trailer reaction to all of these horror movie reviews this month, which will be dropped around about 15 to 30 minutes after each review. So lots of content for you guys to look forward to this month. Make sure you have smashed that subscribe button so you do not miss out. Kickstarting my Halloween month special is none other than the original Halloween. Released in 1978, Halloween takes place in the fictional town of Haddonfield, Illinois. The film opens up with a young Michael Myers committing a brutal act, stabbing and killing his older sister on Halloween night. Fast forward 15 years and Michael escapes from a mental institute, returning to Haddonfield with a vengeance. The tension builds as we follow Laurie Strode, played by Scream Queen herself, Jamie Lee Curtis. She is the babysitter who unwittingly becomes the target of Michael's murderous obsession. So let's talk about Michael Myers, also known as The Shape. He is the embodiment of evil, wearing that haunting white mask. Now, I think that originally when John Carpenter made the decision to keep Michael's backstory mysterious, it really did add to the terror. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know like later films and sequels have tried to explain, which has obviously failed, but you know, we won't concentrate on that. But when this movie first dropped, we never fully understood why Michael kills, which makes him even more terrifying. The slow, deliberate way he stalks his victims, and especially that iconic head tilt just after Michael kills Bob, always gives me the shits every single time. I was always quite scared of Michael Myers growing up, because I did watch this movie when I was far too young in the 90s, but his white mask always creeped me out. The way Michael could just hide in the dark, but every so often you would see a glimpse of the white face that has literally no emotion in it because, you know, is a mask, is just terrifying. Now, I couldn't be doing a Halloween review without talking about the music. Oh, the iconic music. I mean, John Carpenter composed this spine-tingling score himself. That simple piano melody, na 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 na. It just became so popular with, and it just had this sort of like impending doom feel about it. I mean, it's minimalistic yet incredibly effective. There have been so many versions of the Halloween theme tune over the last 40 years, and I'll be honest with you, I love every single one of them. Now, moving on to Laurie Strode, because, you know, she is our final girl in the movie. She is played by the amazing Jamie Lee Curtis, and her performance in the movie is fantastic. Her character is resourceful, vulnerable, and also quite relatable. As viewers, we were right there with her, peeking through closet doors, hoping that Michael wouldn't pop up and find her. Now, the final confrontation in the Doyle house is absolutely nail-biting, and it's a classic. I mean, Laurie's survival instincts kick in, turning her into a fiery fighter, which will also come into play in some of the later sequels that Jamie Lee Curtis does come back for. But I think it is safe to say that, you know, Jamie Lee Curtis did an incredible job, and I think it's the movie that made her the person that she is today with all this success. John Carpenter's direction of this movie is masterful. The long tracking shots, like the opening scene, are just iconic. Also, that first person shot from Michael's perspective, brilliant. These shots force us, the audience, into the killer's position, almost like being in his eyes, creating an unsettling feeling of vulnerability. We become complicit observers, desperate to escape the impending danger while we watch it all unfold. The tension builds as we see the world through Michael Myers' eyes, plus the use of darkness and shadows. It's like Michael is just always lurking, just out of sight, like the white mask thing that I was just talking about. Dean Cundy, the director of photography, played a crucial role in shaping the film's visual language. One of the standout features was the use of the unadjourned long takes. These extended shots trapped the audience in a claustrophobic subjectivity, heightening the tension during some of the key moments. And you just gotta remember, guys, this movie came out in 1978. They didn't have a whole lot of money in the budget when they made this movie, and it just proves you don't need blood and guts and silly jump scare moments every 5 minutes, to make a movie scary. Some of the standout moments from this movie for me is when Laurie sees Michael Myers behind a bush, and later on she sees him standing within the washing, the washing on the washing line, blending in with his white face and the white washing. It makes the daytime just as scary as the nighttime. Another scene that really scared the crap out of me as a child was the scene where Michael escapes from the asylum. He ends up on top of this car and he attacks Marion Chambers. That scene alone made me scared to be in the car during nighttime for a long time while I was growing up. The kills in the movie are also very iconic. Everything from Annie being murdered in her car in the garage to Linda being throttled to death while Michael is dressed up as a ghost. You can watch this movie over and over again every Halloween and have a fantastic time on every single watch. One of my favourite scenes from the entire movie is that famous chase scene where Michael chases Laurie Strode through the street with Laurie screaming out for help, and then she loses her key to get back into the house. It is proper edge of your seat stuff, even by today's standards. So just to summarise here, Halloween is a blueprint for horror films. It birthed the slasher genre, and its impact is still felt today. Halloween revolutionized horror cinema by blending initiative cinematography, effective lighting, and a minimalistic approach. Its enduring legacy lies not only in its scares but also in the way it influenced subsequent slasher films. For me personally, Halloween 1978 is a 10 out of 10 horror movie. So guys, grab your popcorn, turn off the lights, and revisit this classic. It's the perfect way to get into the Halloween spirit, and remember, lock your doors, Michael might be out there. Okay then guys, that's it for today's review. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. Don't forget my trailer reaction for Halloween will be on this channel by now. Hopefully, make sure you check it out, and as always, stay spooky, my friends. I'll see you all next time.